Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is Johnny New English by the channel JonTron Show. Yeah, I think this is also about, one of those video that I reacted from John about, how people came in America, something like that. So I think this is similar to that based on thumbnail and seeing how Thanksgiving. So I'm like, what the hell? Let's react to this one. I don't know. If it's something different, we'll see. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, so I know which type of videos to react to more, I guess. I love JonTron and every video he makes, everything he puts way too much. Only the fact that he puts the ridiculous amount of effort, every single joke. He creates a whole setup, costumes and everything, whole scene just for a few seconds of a joke. That's awesome. This is why I love this channel. So yeah, let's watch it.
Oh my goodness, I didn't see you there, on account of the reason that I can't see you. Anyways, before we get into the video, which I'm very excited for you to see by the way, I'd just like to take a second to thank today's sponsor, Philo. With Philo, you can save tons of money by cutting traditional cable once and for all. Philo allows you to watch all your favorite TV shows in their current season from your laptop, phone, or television without that outdated cable box to tie you down.
But John, I love overpaying for cable TV.
My goddammit, get a hold of yourself, they've tricked you! For only $20 a month, you get access to over 57 channels for a fraction of the price. It's a no-brainer. And also, for anyone who clicks the link in my description, they're giving away a 7-day free trial and 30% off your first month. Right now, I'm watching Drunk History on Comedy Central, but you may fancy something more like The Walking Dead. So, show them some love, click the link in the description, and get watching your favorite TV shows today.
This is John's New England, featuring John and New England.
I've come here to the historic land of New England. Some might consider it an update to Old England, but sometimes an update is less like an iPhone and more like a Windows Vista. The settlers left their homes from far and wide over 400 years ago to sculpt this vast landscape. And it was pretty much like back home, except with less buildings, roads, and infrastructure, and more wolves, bears, and spears chucked directly at their heads. But lucky for us, here in New Hampshire, now they have running water. And New Hampshire men and New Hampshire women have been living together in relative peace and prosperity. Unless, as this sign on the state line dictates, you're not living free, in which case they'll murder you.
What? This is real? Okay, first of all, what is that? Bienvenue. I don't know what that even word means. I can't read it probably, I don't know. But yeah, welcome to New Hampshire. Live free or die? I don't know why I like that, right? Official sign of an official city having something ridiculous like that. I remember, one of the clips that, snowed in USA or somewhere, and those giant, billboards type of thing, right? Electronic billboards that you type thing, LED billboards or whatever that is, on the basically motorways. It says, oh my god, is there snow, we're going to die. I don't know why that is so good. I love that official billboards and things like this, basically saying something like that is just awesome.
So, why have I come to this land, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. It's because I'd like to learn and master the culinary techniques of these great peoples. All the while doing it just like the settlers did all those centuries ago, by living off the fat of the land itself. But to make a good New England clam chowder, you need a couple good New England ingredients.
Step 1. Gathering.
Clam hunting. Just living off the good graces of Mother Earth. You don't need anything but you, yourself, and your wits. That's gonna make a good one. It's okay, another one. Just like they living off the land like mom and pop. That's a beautiful one.
Ah yes, cavemen. Basically our ancestor cavemen used to hunt left and right. Our body evolved with, sweating just so we can have more stamina, so we can run after our prey for longer. Immensely physical being because they had to hunt and eat basically like that. And look at how we evolved. We can't even walk on fucking rocks now.
She's gonna go great in the stew. Thanks Thanks, Gaia. Thank you, Gaia. But how are you gonna eat a meal if you can't season it? So I've come to gather salt at my local salt mine. This is like restricted, like you can't go there? It says like, no, you can't go in. I mean,
yeah.
they have to cover it up, insult to injury, salt in the wound, if you will. I didn't know you needed the U.S. Coast Guard to guard a little salt. Newsflash, okay, we're not monsters, just want our soup to taste a little bit better, assholes.
This reminds me of that dialogue from one of the movies. We are in America. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm gonna sue you. Everything official. Everything will have some kind of rules and regulation applies. Copyrights and shit like that. This is mine. Put a board on it. If you cross this, I'm gonna sue you. Welcome to corporate America.
Private? I don't. You can just live off the land, right? Like that's how the settlers do. They just live off the land, right? It's looking a bit. Land's looking a bit barren. The corn or wheat or frankly whatever that was. I was hoping for a garden of gourds, mushrooms, cucumbers, tomatoes, but I'm getting more like a kind of a Chernobyl vibe. Just like the settlers before me, I'm just gonna make the best of it and hopefully rely on those for sustenance. Keep me through the winter. Who's that? Get that. Do you have the crossbow? Who's got the crossbow? That can be sustenance.
Dude, people have shotguns. Watch out.
You stay there. No! You son of a... I'm not... The land is being hard to live off, dude, all right? It's starting to piss me off a little. Undeterred, I followed the...
Imagine the news server. Man, land is too hard to live off. Fuck this, I'm going back. And there you go. America never happened.
Trail to the exotic wilds of the local Walmart. Must be Navajo. Mother Nature finally smiled upon me and laid forth her bounty. A bushel of crawdads, rare spices from the Orient, and the succulent ham of the sea manatee.
This is a South Park joke.
It was time to take my goods home. That's a bounty!
This is so South Park joke, right? Butters and Cartman, I can already imagine that. Oh, we are going to hunt, and they just walk inside of Walmart and take all these things. Okay, we are hunting.
Bounty! Now the first thing you're gonna want to do, you're gonna get shucking. You're gonna want to shuck right. Get those bad boys out. It is a strange clam, though, I will admit. But you gotta work with what Mother Nature gives you. Sometimes you get a little reminder. God giveth, he can taketh away. Or just give you poop in a clam. Now we gotta get those bad boys in the pot. Smell it already, I can taste it. Beautiful. All right, now that we've got the clams in there, we gotta get the rest of our ingredients, which I'm sure is, frankly, something.
Dude.
That's how they do
Your
it
fingers.
in Japan. A dash of onions. I don't know, what is that, like, is that Cheerios? Milk. That's just for me, though. And now the all-important step, the clam juice, which actually exists. For real. It's of clams. Oh my. They sell that. Don't drink it. It's pure, all natural, but don't drink it. Some things you just don't do. Now you just stir that up and you let it sit. Wow. Would you look at that? Just like Mama made it. A feast for the eyes and the stomach. All right, now while we let that simmer, we gotta catch ourselves a fish. And that's why I've come here to Sanders Fish Market in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, to hopefully get one that's at least...
You know what, I hope that he would say, oh, there we go, a great feast, great meal for ourselves. Alright, let's order Subway now. I'm not gonna eat that shit.
adequate. Here we are at the local fish market, just like the old days. Would you consider yourself a fishmonger?
Yes, I would.
So it's not a slur, we can still call you that. Which of these fish taste the best?
Scallops and shrimp are definitely up there.
Fuck's a scallop? Is that like a scallop but said wrong?
See, it comes in a shell, and it is basically just a big mussel, and...
It's just a clam. She's just talking about clams.
Yeah.
All right, he could have shortened it. Now, is this a consensual relationship between you and the fishmongers? What kind of fish is this? What kind of fish is this? Can I buy that guy?
No,
He's not for sale.
no.
Can you explain that? You got a banana in with your fish.
Yeah, well, yes. We like to mix things up here. We're a little unconventional.
Liberals. When you take the fish's head off, is it usually dead?
It's already deaded and gutted, unless it's a crab. That's a different
What do
story.
you got against crabs?
People like to cook them at home, so we start by cutting off the face, we remove the gills, and we rip out their rear.
Now, you don't want to get the soft shell crab treatment. It's a bad.
Seriously, man, this is, I remember people making jokes about that. Way too much about this, how people cook, crabs alive and things like that. That, one day I started to think, okay, wait a minute, I guess only crabs are getting this kind of treatment. Why would you do that, though? Why do people, make sure the crabs suffer the most? What are the crabs? Crabs created some kind of a plague or something? A few centuries ago, the people are still, I guess, hurting them. I don't know. Obviously, it probably has something to do with how it tastes. So if you cook it alive, it tastes better. I don't know. I'm a vegetarian. All this shit is just creeping me out.
Bad time to be a soft shell crab, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, the season's just about over.
No, I just mean in general. Is there ever a time you don't cut the face off the soft shell crab?
If they want to do it themselves at home, sure.
If they're on good behavior?
They don't tend to be on good behavior.
You just are a lady who don't like a soft shell crab.
I like selling them.
You also like cutting their faces and pulling their ears out.
If you're looking for
Wait a
fresh
second.
fish
Call.
and quality fish, stop at Sanders in Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
You heard it here first. Fish achieved. You sit tight. I should tide you over in the meantime. And we're back in the kitchen, ready to make our main entree, the New England baked haddock. Breaded, buttered, and beautiful. Now I warn you, this is an advanced recipe, so if you don't get it on your first try, don't be discouraged. All right, everyone, here we go. Wow, just like Mama used to make it.
Of course, being a vegetarian, I'm kind of getting creeped out by this. Not that much. But, I so wish I could have eaten fish or something. I don't want to. I mean, nobody's stopping me. I just don't want to. Now I'm not going to start eating non-vegetarian. But being a bodybuilder, fish would have helped a lot. There's way too much protein in fish, cod and things like that. Yeah.
Before the accident. All right, while we let this simmer, why don't we go take a look around at the local history and learn something? Because there's plenty of it. Nothing gets my appetite going like the thought of thousands upon thousands of young British soldiers killing each other over what I would consider to be petty squabbles. This is Fort McClary State Park, used in so many wars, they've pretty much lost count. Like the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812, the Civil War, World War I, and the Spanish-American War, which I didn't even know happened until now. I guess we won. Unfortunately, in
How you don't know that?
1808, they didn't yet know how to build houses, as seen by this. I mean, really, what the fuck is this shit? There's no roof in here, and it's just straight up
Skyrim house.
ground. I wouldn't have wanted to be the rifleman, man. He had a bad gig. Nice window, though, I guess. If you want to fucking die of exposure. Go, 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 the British are coming! We're also the British, too!
It's
Which
a
means
barrack.
we're coming! Oh! This is 1605! Grrrr. Boom! Nuclear bomb button. Destroyed! Bitch! Next time you try to take America, we'll come for fucking London!
It was fight for Texas, not for fight for America versus England for most of the time.
Now, if you don't excuse me, I've got a war of my own to start. With the Chipotle burrito I had for lunch.
Oh no.
Victory! This is
Call the
literally
CDC.
cleaner than most bathrooms in the tri-state. I'd take a deuce in that. Please close when done. Okay. They love compliance here in this state. Can't forget to wash those hands. I'm be cooking soon.
Step 3. Was there no step 2? Step 2. Eat.
Ding ding! It's ready! A feast fit for a king. Dig in, everyone! Well, hold on, actually, no. Now that I'm looking at it from like this angle, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. I don't understand. Like, nobody from around here would eat this. Friggin' settlers wouldn't have eaten this. They didn't have any food, man. I knew I should have used more clam juice, dude. I knew I should have used it. I'm a failure.
In his despair, John realized there are few things unforgivable in this world. Unfortunately, a poor clam chowder is one of them. So John returned to the sea from whence he came. Join us next time as we explore the dense jungles of Borneo, the smoldering pits of Mount Vesuvius, and the bombed-out wastelands of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Thank you. Vesuvius and the...
Oh my god, is that the photo from Syria or something? That I remember watching the famous photo from one of the videos that entire city was destroyed or something. But it just destroyed buildings all around. That just hit me. When I saw that clip, basically. Okay, I don't know if I
bombed-out
can
wastelands of
keep this
Atlantic
yet for
City,
a long
New
time.
Jersey.
All right. So when I saw that city, it just hit me. Like, I understand, there are many wars and bombings happening in Middle East, but I always thought, maybe main cities are not affected. The way the city looked, it was probably one of the main cities because it was way too many towering buildings there, and all of them were crumbling. Nobody's around because obviously everything deserted now because it was bombing. That just reminds you that this sense of civilization, sense of society, where if you live in a major city, it's just like this sense of somewhat safety. It's not there, especially not in Middle East, in most of places. Imagine that in one of the major cities, living there, and just bombing starts, right? Like, what the fuck, bombing, really? And every buildings are destroyed. People literally stop doing commerce. All the businesses stop. Now it's just a wasteland of buildings. That's just fucking horrifying every time I see that.
Thank you. Good night.
So this house that we're staying in, I think the owner may have an obsession with like dead and or wounded and or dying birds because they are everywhere. Dead bird number one, what is this, like a dead pheasant? This is wild duck shooting. Okay, so I'm gonna count that as two. That's two dead or dying or wounded birds. All right, this is pheasant shooting. We got 1, 2, got partridge shooting. I'm just gonna count it as a 1.
Hunting.
That's a total of 6. Floor 2.
The guy loved hunting.
Hanging upside down. Not sure what's wrong with him. Another sculpture, one hanging upside down. That's 8, 9, 10. Sleep well.
People like this don't see birds as a living thing, but just as a game, a hunting thing. That's what this is.
Of the same variety, 11. Struggling beach narwhal, beach sperm whale. Fucking, what is that, an Amazon river dolphin? What the fuck is going on in this place? We got the wounded snipe and the dying woodcock. This is not dead. This is not wounded. This is passing between worlds. That woodcock.
Okay, I take it back. He loves, dead or in the process of dying birds.
That's the one people made the meme out of with me. The wood echt. I like that video a lot. All right, so I lost count. What's the tally?
Alright people, that was Johnny New English by the channel JonTron Show. I love this, him doing a remote style, like how Conan do remote style of doing things. I hope he does it a lot, because the guy puts way too much effort into his things. It's just always awesome, and him actually putting this kind of a period attire and just going outside and doing things like this is just awesome. John is one of those people like Conan who would do remotes and it would be way too good. I hope he does that a lot. I love his reviews, right? I obviously love them. Him reviewing the goop and everything like that is just priceless. But I hope he do remotes like this too. Alright people, that was Johnny New English. Like I said, if you like my Rickson, like subscribe, check out the Rickson, there's a link in the description, check out the Kaso place, get the cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time.